Hello friends, welcome to Nanava's Kitchen. Today on the menu we have chapati, which is a flatbread originating from India and very prevalent in East Africa. It's supposed to be flaky, has multiple layers, and it's supposed to be soft and pliable, and my recipe yields exactly that. Now, my husband is East African, and he tells me that my chapati is the best chapati he's ever had. So I would love to share this recipe with you. Let's begin with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, which is optional, but I tell you what, it makes the chapati so tasty. I also have 1 stick of butter, which I'm going to melt because I'm going to clarify the butter, which means that I'm going to just separate the cream from the fat. Okay, so the cream comes onto the top. Once you melt it, which should take about 2 minutes on low heat, just remove the cream from it and you have clarified butter. Another fat that works for this recipe is ghee. Ghee is excellent in this recipe as well. So if you have access to that, please use it. My husband, when I make it for him, I use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, because he does not eat butter. Now that works perfectly also. Now I use half of the clarified butter and pour it into the mixture, and I just get it all evenly incorporated. Now our next step is to form our dough, and to do that you're going to need lukewarm water. I have measured 1 cup of lukewarm water and I'm going to add it in bits. Now what you want is for the dough to come together and not be too sticky and not too hard either. Also, you want to avoid overworking the dough. I have found overworking the dough and forming that gluten right away does not yield very soft chapati. So you want the dough to come together just like that, and once it does, you're going to grease your bowl with some of the clarified butter, the remainder of it, just a little bit of it, and you're going to coat your dough with it and flip it. Then you're going to cover it with your clean kitchen towel for 20 minutes. This helps the dough to relax. Okay, and when it's relaxed, it's easy to work with and it yields those soft, pliable, multiple layered chapati, which is what our goal is today. Just look at how soft it is. This is the consistency you want. It's not sticky, it's not sticking to your fingers or your surface, and it's not too hard either, and it's going to be really easy to work with. Now we're going to section our dough into 8 equal parts, or attempt to do that at least. You may measure it, but I just eyeball it. So this recipe yields 8 chapatis. Now once you've sectioned it, you're going to cover it up with your clean kitchen towel, because it tends to dry out and you don't want it to do that. So as you're working on it, you keep the rest covered. So you take one at a time, as I've done, and you're going to roll the dough out. What you want is a paper thin sheet of dough. Okay? What we're attempting to do here, and you may sprinkle some flour on it so it doesn't stick to your surface. And when you roll the dough, if it doesn't roll back after you roll it away from you, if it doesn't roll back to you, the dough doesn't roll back to you, you've got the perfect consistency, okay? And you have not overworked the dough to overly develop that gluten. That's what we're trying to avoid here. And that's exactly what we got. Now you're going to smear some of the clarified butter onto the entire paper thin sheet of dough. And then you're going to fold the dough over till you get a rolled dough just like that, and you're going to roll it again and get it as long as you possibly can, and then you're going to form a coil starting from one corner of your dough, and then go to the other side once you get in the middle with the other side, and you're going to form another coil and flip it over, and this is how you get those multiple layers. Now there are several ways of rolling out your dough to get the multiple layers, and I find this to be the best way. You get more layers this way. So do that with all your dough and you are ready to start cooking your chapati. So now you're going to sprinkle a little flour on it so it doesn't stick to your clean surface. While you're rolling your dough, your griddle should be on the stove, okay, on low heat. This is what you want. Now you're going to attempt to roll your dough into a round shape because that's the shape we're going for today, but do not beat yourself up if you don't end up with a round shape. I've seen irregularly shaped chapatis. They taste good and they look good. I've seen square ones, triangularly shaped ones. They're all fine. The shape should not really be such a big bother. Now you're going to smear some more of the clarified butter onto one side of the dough and lay that side down onto your hot griddle. Just like that. And you're going to cook while checking consistently, moving it around to get even amount of heat throughout. Then you're going to smear some butter onto the uncooked side because you're getting ready to flip it. It should take about a minute to cook on each side. And do not be afraid to flip it again once the other side is cooked if you feel it's not cooked. It should take about 3 minutes to cook the chapati. And you can continue to flip back and forth if need be, just like that. Now we will be serving our chapati today with our curry chicken, and that recipe is coming up shortly. So stay tuned. This is perfect. Those golden portions there, golden brown, just beautiful. And as you cook it, you want to continue to cover it with your kitchen towel because you don't want your chapati to dry out. You want them to be nice and soft. And we are done cooking now. Let's check and see. Look at the layers. Look at those layers. It's just perfect. This is good chapati. I hope you try this recipe and I hope you return with your feedback. And also don't forget to let me know what you served it with. It goes with soups, different stews. Some people even have it with tea. And this is the curry chicken coming up pretty soon. Just look at this presentation right here. So pretty and absolutely delicious. I enjoyed making these chapatis. I hope you try it. There you go. That bite is for you. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen.